Have you ever dreamed of living in the heart of nature, in a small wooden house built with your own hands? In this video, I will take you on an exciting yet challenging journey from choosing the location, constructing the frame, and roofing, to the moment when the cabin is finally completed in the lush green forest. This is not just an ordinary DIY project, it is also a journey of self-discovery and immersion in nature. If you love freedom, creativity, and making things with your own hands, join me as we go through each step of this process. From dream to reality. Since childhood, I have always loved venturing into the forest. The feeling of being surrounded by nature, listening to the birds chirping and the rustling leaves in the wind, brought me peace like nothing else. However, the busyness of life made me gradually forget that passion. One day, I realized I needed a place to escape the noise of the city, a quiet retreat where I could slow down and cherish every moment. That's when I decided to build my own wooden cabin in the forest, a place I could truly call home. Step 1. Choosing the location and preparing the foundation. Finding the perfect spot took quite some time. I wanted a peaceful place with ample shade from trees and stable ground for easy construction. After selecting the ideal location, I started working on the foundation. I used sturdy wooden posts to create a solid base, ensuring that the cabin would remain stable on the uneven terrain. This stage required precision and patience because even a small mistake could affect the entire structure. Under the gentle morning sun, I dug holes, measured carefully, and secured each post in place. Seeing the foundation completed filled me with excitement. This was the beginning of something amazing. Step 2. Constructing the frame and installing wooden walls. With the foundation in place, I began building the cabin's frame. I used large, sturdy wooden beams for the main structure, carefully cutting and securing each joint with nails and screws. Sometimes, I had to adjust multiple times to match the design in my head. Next, I installed the walls using recycled wooden planks. Though the wood looked old and rough, it carried a rustic, natural beauty that added warmth to the cabin. Every hammer strike and drop of sweat brought me closer to my vision. After finishing each wall, I would take a step back to admire my work, imagining the day when the cabin would finally be complete. It was no longer just an idea, it was becoming a real home where I could enjoy peaceful days in nature. Step 3. Roofing, the biggest challenge. The roof was the most challenging part. I had to build a sturdy A-frame structure to support it. Large wooden beams were carefully secured together, forming a strong framework. Then, I started installing long wooden planks for the roof, making sure to check every detail carefully to avoid mistakes. Roofing required both skill and patience. Any small gap could let rainwater in and compromise the entire structure. After hours of continuous work, I finally completed the roof. As the first rays of sunlight filtered through the trees and illuminated the newly finished rooftop, I knew I was close to achieving something truly special. The moment of completion, a dream cabin in nature. After days of hard work, my wooden cabin was finally finished. Standing from a distance and looking at it, I couldn't help but feel proud. Every wooden plank, every nail, and every drop of sweat was proof of my effort and determination. Stepping inside felt surreal. This was more than just a cabin, it was a place where I could slow down, breathe deeply, and embrace the tranquility of nature. I placed a wooden chair on the front porch, poured myself a cup of hot tea, and gazed at the forest. Around me, birds chirped, the breeze rustled through the leaves, and the scent of earth filled the air. In that moment, I felt peace, freedom, and immense joy at having built something meaningful with my own hands. Final chapter: completing the cabin and enjoying the results. With the main structure done, it was time to turn this cabin into a comfortable living space where I could fully enjoy nature. Step 4. Installing the floor and windows. I decided to lay down wooden planks for the flooring, simple but sturdy. Each plank was carefully aligned and nailed down, creating a solid and warm surface. Walking on the wooden floor, I felt a sense of stability and comfort. Next, I added a small window to let in natural light. I didn't want to live in a dark, enclosed space, so I chose the perfect spot, a place where I could watch the sunrise every morning. Carefully cutting the window frame and installing a thin glass pane, I was thrilled when the first morning light shone through. Step 5. Building the porch and decorating the interior. I wanted my cabin to be more than just a shelter, it needed to be a space for relaxation and enjoyment. So, I built a small porch at the front. This would be my spot to sit back, read a book, or simply admire nature. I crafted a simple wooden chair and placed it on the porch, along with a small table for tea and outdoor meals. Inside, I made a small wooden shelf to store essentials, keeping the space minimal yet cozy. The cabin was simple, but it felt warm and inviting. I didn't need much, just a comfortable place to sleep, a little corner to relax, and, most importantly, the peace this home provided. My first night in the cabin. After days of hard work, I finally spent my first night in the cabin. As the sun set, the forest fell into a deep silence. I lit a small oil lamp, its warm glow filling the space. Sitting on the porch, I listened to the sounds of insects, breathed in the fresh air, and savored the moment. There were no honking cars, no city noise, just me and nature, completely in sync. As I lay on my simple wooden bed, gazing up at the roof, I smiled. I had done it. Future plans. Although the cabin was complete, my journey wasn't over. I had so many ideas to enhance my living space. Perhaps I would build a small garden in front of the cabin or set up an outdoor kitchen to cook meals surrounded by nature. I also wanted to create a rainwater collection system to have a sustainable water source. But most importantly, I had found a place where I could truly slow down, appreciate each moment, and reconnect with nature in a way I had never done before. Would you try building your own cabin? Building a wooden cabin in nature is not easy, but it's an incredible experience that I believe everyone should try at least once in their lifetime. If you share the same dream, don't hesitate, start today. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about this journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to follow my upcoming adventures. Thank you for watching.